My grandfather only told this story once. He made me promise never to repeat it after dark. Back then, I thought he was just trying to scare me. Now, I'm not so sure. He grew up in a tiny village hidden deep in the mountains of western Serbia, a place where every family locked their doors before sunset. Not because of thieves, not because of wild animals, but because of something that lived beyond the trees. Nobody dared say its name after dark. If they had to, they whispered it. The Drekavac. One cold autumn evening, my grandfather was 17 years old. He and his father spent the entire day cutting firewood deep inside the forest. By the time they finished, the sun had disappeared. The woods became unnaturally quiet. His father looked toward the trees, dropped the last bundle of wood, and whispered, "We're leaving. Now." They hadn't walked far before they heard it. A child crying. Very faint, very far away. My grandfather stopped. "It sounds like someone needs help." His father grabbed his arm so hard it left bruises. Without looking toward the sound, he whispered, "Keep walking." But what if it's really a child? It's not. The crying stopped. Every bird became silent. The wind vanished. The forest felt dead. Then it screamed. The sound began like the cry of a frightened little boy, but twisted into something impossible. A howl, a shriek, a scream so unnatural it felt like it came from inside their heads. My grandfather said his entire body froze, not because he wanted to stop, because every instinct told him something was hunting them. His father never looked back. He simply whispered, "It's following us." Then they heard footsteps, always behind them, never closer, never farther away. Every step they took, the footsteps matched them perfectly. My grandfather couldn't help himself. He looked over his shoulder. There was nothing. Only trees, only darkness, only fog. Then, two pale eyes opened between the branches, watching, not blinking. His father slapped the back of his head. "Don't ever look at it!" Then they ran. The footsteps became faster. Something crashed through the woods beside them. Trees shook violently. Branches snapped. But whatever chased them never stepped into the moonlight. It stayed hidden, always just beyond sight. Finally, they reached home. His father slammed the wooden door shut, locked it, bolted it, then pushed the dining table against it. Nobody spoke. Nobody moved. 3 slow knocks echoed through the house. His mother reached for the door. His father grabbed her hand. "No one opens it, no matter who you hear." Minutes passed. Then, something scratched across the outside wall, slowly, like long fingernails dragging across old wood. One side of the house, then another. Then, directly beneath my grandfather's bedroom window, a soft voice came from outside. His mother's voice. "Please, open the door." My grandfather turned toward her. She was standing beside him, inside the house. Everyone heard it. His mother's voice, calling from outside, again. "Please, let me in." The voice changed. Now it sounded like his little sister. Then his grandfather. Then neighbors who had been dead for years. Every voice sounded perfect. Every voice begged to come inside. Nobody moved. His father simply prayed. Then, everything stopped. No scratching, no voices, no wind, nothing. Morning finally came. His father opened the front door. Nothing was there. No footprints, no broken branches, no signs that anything had ever visited them, except one thing. Standing upright against the front door was the axe they had forgotten deep inside the forest, miles away. Neither of them had gone back for it. Neither of them ever would. My grandfather never entered those woods again, not once, even when people offered him money. Whenever I asked why, he stared toward the forest and quietly said, "If it wanted us dead, it would have killed us that night." He died 12 years ago. 1 week after his funeral, my father walked into our old shed. Leaning against the wall was that same axe, covered in fresh mud, as if someone had carried it there only moments before. We buried it. 2 days later, it was back, standing against our front door. I still live in that house, and every autumn, around the same week my grandfather told me this story, I wake up at exactly 3:17 in the morning. The forest behind my house is completely silent. Then, I hear a child crying, very far away. Every night, it sounds a little closer. Last night, for the first time, it called my name. I don't think it's my grandfather's story anymore. I think it's mine. If you ever hear a child crying deep inside a forest after midnight, don't go looking for it. Because if it's the Drekavac, it isn't asking for help. It's making sure you know it's already found you.